behind closed doors to go ahead and soften the
Yes.
standards to help that.
Yes.
And for any of you, if you don't think there's a water problem on Avalon, if any of you have made the trip to go over the Bo Johnson Toll Bridge, notice the 9, I think, holding ponds that are along your way down there, and they all have the same water level in them all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the water table there.
Right.
They are virtually full within 1 to 2 feet of the top edge of those holding ponds a year round. And it's my humble opinion that they were trying to get ahead and reduce these standards so that we could just go ahead and abolish these wetlands and go on and build whatever we want to. You know, I'm reminded of a movie where the aliens were coming in, and it said that they're like locusts. They take everything that they want and then they move on to the next planet.
Right.
That's kind of one of the reasons why I believe that the stormwater rule was changed as an opportunity for the aliens to move in and eat some more stuff up and then not have any responsibility. Oh no, that holding pond belongs to the county. Oh, homeowner that bought in there? Oh no, I'm insulated from a lawsuit. How dare you try to intersuit against me? I signed that over to the county.
Or I'm bankrupt.
Or I'm bankrupt. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is an important thing. We want you, one of the most important things here, we're going to try to let you know ahead of time. This can be brought up at any time. You need to take a little time, and I would like for you to thank Commissioner Lane Lynchard for the stance and the information that he put out there. Send Lane an email and tell him you appreciate standing up for the little folks over this one. And we're going to have to stay vigilant on this because it's not going to go away.
I talked to several people who spoke during those meetings, and they said it'll be back. It'll come in maybe under the table during a planning board meeting, and then it'll be the last item on a long planning and zoning meeting, and you won't see it and it'll pass. Yeah,
well, I mean, you know, and that's the typical, you know, I refer to it as the modus operandi.
Yes.
You throw something out there to go before planning and zoning, and if it looks like there's huge opposition, you pull it 2 minutes before the meeting starts so it doesn't officially count.
Right.
And then you wait 6 months and you put it back on there again, and if there's still opposition, you pull it 1 minute before it starts. And then 3 months from now, citizens are worn out from driving 40 miles to come take a stand on it. There'll only be 8 or 10 people left. They'll leave it on the agenda, and they'll always put on the agenda way farther than they really want to go.
Right.
So they can negotiate backwards and say, okay, well, we can live with that.
Yes.
You know, it's a ploy that's been used over and over, ladies and gentlemen, and look, you can get a hold of us, Deborah, you know, we have an email address available to you. If there's any of these issues that you're curious about how to handle, by all means, we've seen every trick in the book. Drop us a line to the email. We'll assist you, just like I mentioned in the last show. I have a person that's asking for my help to get public records. Be more than happy to help. You know, we want to be a resource to the community. So.
And I'll point out, many people showed up to talk against this. And
it made a difference.
It did make a difference.
It made a difference.
I think it made a difference.
Absolutely. Well, look, we got to get back on our domestic extremism lexicon.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is your government.
We're working our way through this.
We're going to work our way through it. Here it is, your government, hard at work. Hundreds of people sat around the table to figure out.
Or as John Stewart says, your government not at work.
Oh, your government not at work. The one that I've chosen this week is called direct action. And this is actually one of my favorite ones. It says, lawful or unlawful acts of civil disobedience ranging from protest to property destruction or acts of violence. What I find interesting about this one, ladies and gentlemen, if you take a couple words out of here, lawful acts of civil disobedience ranging from protest is all that you have left.
Right.
And
kind of like are enshrined in the Constitution as a basic right?
Yeah, I would say that the right to peaceably assemble and redress your government of grievances, this just amazes me. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, You voted them in. They took office January the 20th, and shortly after
That was going on far before.
You think?
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm happy about what the current administration is doing, but that was happening a long time earlier.
Well, at any rate, we received our published copy after January
Yes,
the
we
20th,
did.
so people are pushing it out there further.
I feel like a lot of careful thought went into that list.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever commit a lawful act of civil disobedience and protest, you could be a terrorist. So you better watch yourself because they're watching you. I'm Jerry Cooey.
I'm Deborah Nelson. We're going to close with some good news from Navarre Beach. Last week, engineers set pile cap number 2 for the new Navarre Pier that's going to be finished later on this year. And we talked a little bit to Commissioner Gordon Gooden about what that means for the beach and for Navarre in general.
Well, it's really quite a momentous occasion, I guess, is one way of saying it, because it's been a long time since this pier was destroyed, and it's been a long time since anybody's been able to fish off a pier in Navarre Beach, and this is one of those last major signs of the recovery from Ivan and Dennis. So we're feeling really good. This is just the first of a few celebrations we'll have along the way, and it was great to see so many of the fishermen out here and their families, and the excitement that's out here with the construction of the new pier.
What's this going to do for Navarre Beach?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I have had emails from people all over the United States saying, will the pier be open this summer, because I want to bring my kids and grandkids out here. It's definitely a tourist draw. It's definitely a recreation, a form of recreation that a lot of people all over Northwest Florida and Southern Alabama enjoy. And frankly, there's probably a lot of people as a food source that provides food for them. So there is no downside to what we've got here, and it's going to help Navarre Beach, it's going to help Santa Rosa County, it's going to help Northwest Florida.
Thank you very much.